Tell me if this sounds familiar. Every day you wake up, or at least hopefully, and if it's anything like mine, it begins by checking your phone, watching YouTube, Snapchatting, or scrolling through Twitter. And now this block of time for me usually lasts about 2 hours until I eat a little bit of breakfast or lunch and just continue to watch YouTube videos while I do so. After that, I usually work out for half an hour to an hour, but then it's usually time to hop on Xbox. And for the rest of the day, I'm juggling between checking my phone, Snapchatting people, watching YouTube, and playing more Xbox. Now, maybe it's extreme for my case, but do you see a problem here? Do you have a situation similar to mine? Because sometimes when I get my screen time report back from my iPhone, it can be up to 5 hours a week, or 5 hours a day. Now, to me, that just doesn't seem right. I don't think about it all day while I'm doing it, but I am doing it. And that doesn't even include the time I'm on the computer, or on Xbox, or watching TV. I mean, I might be wrong here, but isn't that kind of disgusting? Do you ever feel disgusted with yourself when you do something like that? The more I think about it, the more I realize I'm doing stuff like this all the time. Even when life was normal and I wasn't stuck in quarantine all day, I realized most of my day was spent doing something. I'm either watching, doing, playing, listening, studying. But am I ever really present in the moment? And what does being present even mean? Is it just when you realize you're doing something? Or is being in the moment even possible these days? I start to realize what part of my day is even real anymore. No, not real in the sense that it's happening, because it is happening. But what part of my day is actually dedicated to you or me? At least right now, for me, it seems like none of it. Because most of the time I'm more invested in the fake reality that I've created for myself, rather than the actual reality. I'm thinking more about video games and YouTube videos than I am what's happening right in front of my eyes. Now maybe it's just a product of our situation. But I can't help but wonder, will it always be like this? Will I have the capability to be present in my life 100% of the time when this is over? Or will I just continue to blur it until I can't tell the difference between my life and my online presence? I mean, it makes sense why we feel this way. We're living through a very difficult time for ourselves. A time where it is so much easier to distract yourself with a life that seems so much more perfect. And I'm talking about the false reality of the internet. Because I know it and you know it. You don't act the same way online as you do in real life. But how can you keep this online presence, this online life, from consuming you? Because as the world becomes more dependent on technology, we become more dependent on technology. And as this happens, the line between the online world and your actual world become even harder to distinguish. So for me, doing this helps. Just talk about it, and talk about it with somebody else. Also, you don't have to be so hard on yourself, because this is really a tough time to be living through. And secondly, you have to be honest with yourself, because I think everybody can realize when something's taking control over them. You just have to be honest with yourself. You can try to hide it or disguise it, but in the end, what good does that do you? Because there's nothing wrong with using the internet and technology. But when you allow it to consume you and take over your life, I think there is a real problem there. But when this is all over and life resumes back to normal, are you going to be ready to participate in reality? Or are you going to be stuck in your phone and on Twitter and on Xbox and this fake reality that we've crafted in our heads? Now, if anything, this video was meant more so to help me than other people, but if you did watch it, I really hope it helps you. Now, like I said, I'm not saying to get rid of the internet or not use it, but to be more mindful when you do. And if you guys ever wanted someone to talk to, I'd be happy to be there, and especially if you need a good listener. So if you feel like it, leave a comment or a question, and I'll make sure to answer you. But if you feel like talking in a more live situation, I stream on Twitch every Wednesday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'll put my Twitch in a pinned comment, and I'll put it on the screen right now. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully talk to you soon.